Well, hello, this is Dr. Daryl D. Green. This is MKTG 4373, Small Business Marketing. And our last presenters of today, Team 5, you're up.
I'm having an issue sharing my PowerPoint.
Okay. Is it saved in? Is it saved on the? Is it saved? Is it in Canvas?
No, it's not. I had to do a lot of revision to ours actually.
Okay. Can you speak to it? I guess you'll have to speak to it then. I mean, if you don't if you hadn't uploaded in Canvas, then go ahead and just speak to it. They'll have your attractive face, and you can just speak to the presentation.
Okay, so our client was, pull this up. Our client was Julie Hockett. She runs her own insurance company called Insurance and Financial Design. She offers all kinds of insurance from auto to home to personal and pretty much anything in between. Going into this micro internship, I was very nervous once I found out that she did in fact do insurance, because that's not a tangible product like we typically see when we're trying to market a given thing. There's nothing you can hold. And then I started trying to approach it of, so we're going to be marketing a service, not necessarily a product, but it's also not like a yard mowing service where you can have pictures of, what the yard looked like before and after. It's kind of just out there in the ether. So developing a marketing strategy was kind of difficult. But we decided we wanted to run some short videos to generate kind of some buzz on social media, and just gain some more traction. Her interactions on social media weren't that high, but she did have good content on all across the board, from her website to her social media, but she was just kind of lacking that interaction through her social media and her website. But everything structure wise was very, very solid. So going into our social media posts, we decided to do Instagram Reels, and we did one in particular that was able to generate 222 views, and this was pretty cool to me because that was able to increase her views by 276%. This received 13 likes, 5 shares, and 3 people saved it. And overall, 190 accounts were reached, and 140 of those were potential new clients. For our Instagram Reel, we chose a Taylor Swift song, which, if you look at me, I don't exactly look like the kind of listen to Taylor Swift, but it was a trending sound on the app, and that was able to get it on people's For You pages, just really get it out in front of people to where they could see it. I even had a friend of mine that goes to OU, and he texted me one morning just out of the blue and said that he saw me on Instagram with a Taylor Swift song in the background. So that was really neat. And especially with our generation, everything is so digital, and these short little videos that grab attention and really put just a short little video that just grabs attention and continues to generate a buzz and captivate our attention. And we tend to follow and look at those sorts of videos. So being able to market to our generation is all done through social media. The days of radio shout outs are dwindling down, and short videos honestly are the way to go, especially to connect with the younger generations. For our client feedback, Julie said that me and Cade Self were helpful, and we brought some new ideas to the table. It was an absolute pleasure working with her. There were so many things that me and Cade both learned. One of them was learning how to market something that is not a tangible item. That was very hard for me, but it was really cool to be able to adapt and kind of overcome those challenges. Cade learned that good communication is important and that creativity is a huge part of marketing. you have to be creative when there's not a product where you can say, hey, buy this. So we were able to gain a lot of experience through that aspect. We would like to thank everybody that made this possible. We want to say a huge thank you to Julie and Dr. Green for making all of this possible. And it was an absolute pleasure, and there was so much great experience that I had throughout this process.
Thank you so much. Great job on the cuff. Your presentation, you probably broke a record. Your presentation was 4 minutes and 10 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and continue. Ms. Hagens, Roth, Jackson, Hughes, followed by Gilbert, and then we're gonna open it up for just a general discussion.
Addison, way to go. Good pivot. I'd love to see the reels because it sounds like they were very good. And I know Julie was extremely happy with everything you guys did. I know she was very appreciative of what you did. She thought you were a great team lead, and she thought that you all did your work well and you got it done quickly. So she was very appreciative of that. So I enjoyed, didn't get to see the things, but what you presented by voice, I really appreciated, and a good job.
Thank you. Roth?
Well, good job. And this type of thing happens all the time. And so, great job, Grace under pressure. I'm sure your presentation was fantastic. So we're just going to go with that. So how did this project kind of help you decide what you might want to do for the future?
It definitely inspired me to be creative and do things that are fun, and being able to do a silly video talking about insurance and getting it in front of people to generate a buzz. It's awesome to know that I can do something really fun and be able to also effectively market whatever I'm faced with.
Awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Jackson?
Dr. Green, I actually brought my entrepreneurial students in because I figured this was the last one. So good job on your vocal presentation. Even though you weren't able to show us visually, that's important. So again, I see you being able to fall forward regardless to, having I always call the internet, sometimes it tends to be disruptive. Things don't work the way we want them to, but you were able to push forward. Something I want to point out, though, is you were able to use Instagram for your particular market, and the views and the music background is critical based on the audience you're trying to address. Whereas on the last one, again, he had to use Facebook based on the specific audience. So great job with the music, selecting the music, and again, knowing your target audience. So great job.
Thank you. Hughes?
I also have students in the background. We're in the hallway so that we can have a different group to be able to listen. So I know we wish we would have been able to see the video, but we completely understand how presentations and things work. But I also want to acknowledge you for being able to push forward and still be aware of all of your information and present in a timely fashion and show great teamwork and tenacity. And so good job.
So one of the things I'm going to bring up with the power of technology, this is recorded. We have the pre, so we have the dry run, and so that we could probably make that available. You can see the before and after. We're gonna have some correspondence with our reviewers, so you guys, I'll share that with you guys so you can kind of see that. And our final critique of this presentation will be Mr. Gilbert.
Yeah, so I'm going to give the presentation critique, and then I want to give the personal touch as well. I loved the little anecdote that you added about your buddy at OU, because that shows the informal impact of what you did. When people who have nothing to do with your campaign, and you're not even thinking they might see this, but they're engaging with it, that shows that your reach is further than you really think it is. And that's a really good spot to be in. So I really love that. When you come into a situation like this and technology fails you, hit me with just a couple of more stats so I can latch on and understand the kind of the mathematic impact that you had. And once you do that, this is important, follow up on that afterward. There are many times in sales where I can say something verbally, but I need to follow up with the proof or the collateral to my customer so that A, they know I wasn't lying, and B, just as a way that they know that I'm still thinking of them and I want to be on the top of their mind. Now, the personal part, I love when technology fails. I love it because now I have to focus solely on you and I get to see if you actually know what you're talking about. And I think you did a really good job pivoting and saying, all right, this just went to crap. What am I going to do now? And you were still very confident in your approach. I thought you did a really good job. You really know your stuff when you can impromptu have a conversation casually in a short manner. So really good job.